Friday. I hope everyone is doing well. It is a very hot, humid July Friday here up in New England. How is it where you are? We are waiting for Andre. We're using a new feature that YouTube has, and well, you can see how that's going. Let's see. Okay. So please let me know that you can hear and see me okay. Um, the other thing is, it did tilt the camera this way going live. So I'm going to be narrower. It would not let me adjust it. So this may be the last time that I use this new YouTube feature until they kind of get the glitches out. So, oh, I see. Okay. Interesting. It may not let him in being the way it is. Okay. He just emailed me and I'm reading it. So my apologies that the camera is this way, but it literally wouldn't let me turn it. And so um, I said I had to reset it. So how is everyone? Sound and audio good? Thank you, everybody. If you see me looking down, it's just easier for me to read on my laptop over here. Even though for some reason, okay, the chat is going there, but not there. Yeah, I don't know if I like this new YouTube feature. I don't think it's going to work for me. But anyways, moving on. Yeah, because it's not, the chat's not moving on the laptop. Interesting. Annie's in front of me, very sleepily supervising. Yeah, she's been having some health issues for sure. And so, she's hanging in there though. Um, while we give people one more minute to get in tonight, it's kind of like some special channelings for members. And if anyone was thinking about being a member, I am going to channel Koi Ron again. So instead of doing a Raha Shah channeling, we're going to do Koi Ron, which is an awesome 11th dimensional entity, and very different information than when you would get from most entities that you channel. And then for the angel members, we're channeling Archangel Shamuel tonight. The angel that helps us to find purpose and meaning with our lives, and can also help you find your cell phone and keys. Yeah, so this is interesting. So, okay, it's moving the. Oh gosh. Okay, so the comments are moving there, but not on my laptop with this feature. And I just don't see a way of fixing that. I was hoping to just read it on my laptop, but I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, wait a minute. Now it's like going crazy. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, you know what? You don't know until you try, right? And I figured this could be easier. Mm. Yeah, so the chat is moving on my phone, but not on my laptop. So, and that's just, I think, where I'm the host. That is that. Drinking plenty of water. Oh my goodness. So, so much to talk about. So you probably saw in the community tab, I put that. Oh, hi, Craig. Welcome, Craig. Let me say a few shout out to some of my members here. Diane, Ladylike, Amanda, Muriel, Charles Z. Welcome, welcome. Um, so you probably saw that I put in the community tab that after I did the live on Monday, what I said came true like that with Jack Smith. So that was interesting. The next day we get the message that no, there isn't going to be any delay. He is just going to go forward with this. And, you know, 45 is having a no good, terrible, horrible week, right? This is not, pretty for him. Hey, good juju, light vocation, Ivana, Margot, welcome. Uh, so yeah, he's having a real tough time. And I did mention, I believe, in that video too about Bonnie Willis, and she's the Fulton County DA, and you probably just found out recently that, and I wrote this down in quotes so I'd get this, developed evidence to charge a sprawling racketeering indictment next month. That really is. Oh, Andre's in the comments. Yes, YouTube is not letting him in. This is not his fault, everybody. He is there, just to make that like 110% clear. He is there, but why this feature isn't just letting him in, I have no idea. But it's also not letting me see comments down here on my laptop. It's what a nuisance. Okay. What a nuisance. Oh, I see a membership question. Uh, so to get all 4 videos of the manifestation series that I did, you do have to be mid-level or higher. So going beyond or angel to get all 4. If not, you get the 2 big, great big seminars, right? You get like 4.5, 5 hours worth of seminars. But because it took me so long to make those meditation videos, and having to edit out meows does not help. Um, I get an awful lot of assistance when I make these videos. And sometimes, I just kind of like lock myself into a room. So getting back, um, so Fonnie Willis, um, kind of like, no, Craig, it won't. It's a new feature and it's not letting people in with computers and laptops. And so that's kind of that. So yeah. Um, nope, not in StreamYard because he was having issues with StreamYard because that's not a perfect system either. So I said, well, let's try this new feature. So, anyways, let's stick to the topics here. So, Bonnie Willis, um, let's see, what is this about this developed evidence to charge a sprawling racketeering indictment next month? Let's see how that's going to go for 45. So, let's look at it from 45's perspective here. And once again, I'm sorry about the camera angle, but it's YouTube, it's not me. Okay. I guess I was gonna say on the good side, maybe you could see the cards, but no, not really. Okay, so this is going to be like a real drastic change here. Things are greatly moving forward and advancing in 45's world. And Bonnie Willis, that Fulton County DA, she's pushing it forward. And look at what his obstacle is, the magician. Um, one when either he's like reversed or an obstacle, it's that there's like an abuse of power, or there is like a mismanaging of how you use your power in some way, right? So it also tells me too, he's not going to be able to work his magic, right? Because he always works his magic to kind of get out of things, and it's not going to happen. All right. Oh gosh. Okay. 3 of Swords. This is how he's going to feel. So this is serious. So that also tells me too that 45 knows exactly what this evidence is. This is something that he's been trying to keep out of the limelight. Something that he's trying to, been like trying to hide, but now it's coming to the light. And then look at that 5 of Pentacles, the card of losing everything. So, oh gosh, if I go one more, why? Here's our little Russian friend. He comes up so often in these readings, the card of, trying to get away with something. But you can see that from the surrounding cards, it isn't going to happen. It isn't. What if I do a clarifier over here on this one? Because I think that's pretty big here. I've said this before, I think. I love these foil cards. They're just called gold foil Rider-Waite cards, but they are so slippery. Okay. Oh, that'd be Fonnie Willis right there. Yeah. So if we go further out, we start clarifying this. He's been on top of the world, 10 of Cups, for quite some time. But look at the obstacle, the Empress. And so I think we know who that is, right? In this case, that's Fonnie. Someone that's really going to be testing his patience, strength, and courage. And here he is not getting any support. This character has to fight off all these other people down here, right? Because all these wands down here is being held by somebody. And here he is. I was trying to, before I went live, to come up with a list of all the upcoming indictments. And like my hand was cramping. I was like, I can't read on this many. There's just this many coming up. And I know a lot of you were worried and concerned that something, like something's going to happen somehow, that he's going to get out of all 5 trillion of these and run for president for real. It just isn't going to happen. We just keep seeing it. Um, so I talked about Jack Smith, right? And I put in the community tab, I was like so shocked because I was like, I just said that Monday night, Tuesday it comes out. Yep, no delays. Um, he sent out those targeted letters for crimes related to Jan 6th, specifically involving conspiracy to defraud and obstruction of an official proceeding. So, once again, pretty serious stuff here. Um, let's do another check in on Jack and how he's doing. Welcome to everyone that's coming late. Andre and I will just have to reschedule, and you know what? We'll have to do it on a different platform. That's all, utilizing a third party platform. It'll be on YouTube, but you know what I mean. Oh, the cards are getting jumpy. Jumpy, jumpy. Okay. Yeah, okay, so Jack Smith. Here is the only card that really talks about speed, right? This card is specifically about speed. So, 8 of Wands, things are speeding up, and that's what I said. I said, you know what, there's not going to be any delays with this whole Jack Smith thing. There just doesn't. And when 45 is at his best, he does come up as the King of Wands. And he's coming up in the optical position. So it's like he's his own worst enemy in this. Okay. So, I mean, these are like huge charges. He doesn't know what to do about this. 4 of Cups. He is just like, oh boy, I don't like any of the options in front of me. You know, I don't like any of this. And okay, second time today, he's getting 5 of Pentacles here. The card of like just total loss. Take one from the bottom. He wants to go to smoother waters, 6 of Swords, but we can see that he can't. He can't. So he wants to get away from this whole Jack Smith thing. He doesn't want, conspiracy to defraud and obstruction of an official proceeding. He doesn't want that, but it's going to happen. It's coming. So let's see. And if we look deeper, yes, he really wants to go. He wants to go. He wants to like just run. And we've gotten this before for him, right? The Devil card. Yes, it's a card of sin and greed, but it's also a card of being chained down. If you look at the 2 bottom characters, they're chained down. They're stuck. And I think this is the celebration at the end that Jack Smith is going to have, because I mean, 45's cards are so negative that you can see where this is all heading. Oh, and I should also clarify, because so many people ask me this afterwards. If I don't see him going to jail, what do I see? Well, nothing's really changed from what I've said before. I do see like some kind of serious illness. I do see that. But when I look at where they're going to put him, I'm not seeing the bars, like a jail cell. I'm not seeing bars. Okay. But it's someplace where he is restricted. Yes, there's Secret Service. I don't think he'll ever lose that. I don't believe that he ever will. But when I go further out from the structure that he's in, instead of getting prison guards, I'm getting military people. So I don't know what that means, but as a country, we've never faced this. We don't know what it means either. Now he can't run away to Russia. Do you know how many people are watching him? Oh my gosh, could you imagine? He can't run away. How could he run anywhere? He just can't. He has, and I think it's true what they say. He has more eyes on him, from the Secret Service than like and other agencies than any other president that we've ever had. He can't run. He wants to, but he can't. So Judge Aileen Cannon sets a date for May. So yeah, so up May 24, obviously. Um, that's the classified document case. So that would mean here he would be trying to run for president while dealing with yet another case. I saw that there's a hush money case that's also scheduled for March 25th. But let's look at this one with the classified docs that's coming up. And, you know, at the end of the day, they may not actually tell us where they put him either. I don't know. Do we have the right to know that? Probably, but will they tell us? I don't know. I mean, we're in such uncharted territory. Yeah, I get your frustration with this one, but at the same time, it'll totally prevent him from running. So, it does serve that purpose. Oh gosh, interesting. Okay, so like lots of I'm just going to do a couple of clarifiers. Lots of queen cards coming up here. Interesting. But I mean, he did want this classified docs case to be put off until after, the election, and she isn't. So, I mean, I don't think legally she can. I really don't. I think people want a lot of things in life, but it doesn't mean that you can get them. How many times do we get this card for him? He wants to go. And okay, so we get the double card again. Yeah. So he's feeling really restricted, really pinned in here with this whole documents case that's coming up in May. It's going to expose relationships that he has had. So, you know, and one thing I'm not getting is that she's going to change the date, like and say, oh, guess what? We'll just do it like in 25. The cards are not saying that. I don't think that there has to be some kind of precedence or something that she's not allowed to, because the cards are not saying that. The obstacle is because this is actually his fate. Wheel of Fortune. This is his fate. This is his destiny. So there's really nothing she can do. It's interesting how we get both the queens here, wands and pentacles. So lots of really strong energy, lots of court card. I mean, lots of court card energy here. So powerful, strong energy surrounding this case. But it's also locking him in. Again. Um, oh, so one of our other friends, MTG, she compared Biden to FDR and Lyndon B. Johnson. And everyone's saying, well, that's kind of like a nice little gift she just gave him, right? Because here she is, kind of like, his competitor, right? Like this, like arch villain kind of person. And she actually is kind of like saying these nice things. Um, so she didn't think it was nice. She didn't mean it that way, but it was kind of a nice gift. So let's look at Marjorie, because I just haven't looked at her for a while. And then I also want to look at the Venus retrograde energy that we are just about to enter tomorrow. Um, that was something I was hoping to talk to Andre about. And when I do meet up with him, because it's going to go all the way through September, into September, the beginning of it. Okay, MTG. Oh, okay. So here she is, 10 swords in the back. So she also knows something too, right? So, when you see these cards, like you get like these people know so much. And so, yeah, it's not in a good way. She is feeling somehow betrayed. I think those comments that she made, she really didn't think it through. Interestingly enough, her relationship is, I'm sorry, her obstacle is relationships. Ace of Cups. Having a difficulty with all kinds of relationships, relating to other people in all of that time. You know what I mean? Like she's not quite getting it. Like there's a lack, I'm going to say that there's a lack of emotional intelligence here. Her inability to form actual, real, meaningful relationships. Oh gosh. So she wants to run away too. Look at this. Oh my God. So I mean, but look, take it from the bottom. High priestess, she has her secrets, she has her hidden agendas. Um, she's still plotting and scamming and scheming and doing her thing. That hasn't changed. What else do we need to know about Marjorie's spirit? I just feel like she'll never get reelected. Like this is like it for her. Whatever she does now is So she's in for a ruthless battle, 5 of swords. But she's going to try to stay the course, Knight of Pentacles, but she's living in her own reality, 7 of Cups. Nothing inside of those cups are real. It's all just an illusion. So, and I see a lot of you guys are asking me, about like Hunter and, what is he going to do, about Marjorie. And so let's take a look between that relationship between Hunter and Marjorie. Yeah, see, I know you guys all think that the canon thing is bad here, but I'm gonna say it isn't. Psychically, I'm feeling like no, because before that, he's going to have 5 trillion other indictments. I mean, he will be under house arrest or whatever by this point, anyways, come, next May. Um, I mean, I don't even know how much it'll actually matter, that case, to be honest with you. I mean, there's so many other ones that are coming first. I mean, like I said, I told you that we would be coming into a time where we're going to get sick of seeing him on TV and just seeing all of this, foolish prosecutions and just going on and on again. Like it's just going to be like overwhelming. It's sort of like, and I shouldn't say like foolish, but I mean, like foolish in the amount of like, well, in the amount of it, foolish in that sense. Um, but it's like, how whenever you get like a real big case, like think of like the OJ case, like that's all you saw day in and day out. That's what I'm getting with us, is that same vibe, day in, day out. So let's see. So looking at the relationship between Marjorie and Hunter. Oh, so there is something legal coming up. Here's the Hierophant. There is something legal coming up. Okay, but let me just ask Spirit, because the obstacle is 8 of Swords. Okay, so whose hands are tied? Is it his or is it hers? Whose hands are tied? Whose hands are tied? Oh gosh, I mean, like even clarifying it. Um, wow, even clarifying it, we get the Hanged Man here. And all the cards are very male that's coming up. So I'm going to say his hands are going to somehow be a bit tied with all of this. He's only going to be able to take this so far. So I'm getting like he's going to try something. He's going to try to pursue this in some which way, shape, or form. But it is him. I mean, this is the Biden card, right? So, and it's coming up in the obstacle position. Um, yeah, see, and even like over here, we still get Biden again. So it is, yeah. So you know what? Here's the thing. There's more that we're going to learn. So right now his hands are tied because we're at where we're at. Things need to unfold. And I think when they start to unfold for her, it's not going to be very good for her. So, but then, we do get like this nice return to normalcy at some point. But at the other token, we will be learning about stuff from the past. Okay. So there is something coming up with her. Stay tuned on that one. That's what I'm going to say. Stay tuned on that one. Um, so I wanted to finish up with looking at the energy that we're going to be in with this Venus retrograde that's starting tomorrow, going into like, the first week of September. So the rest of July, all of August. It's a pretty strong energy. I know a lot of people have been talking about it, but just looking at us as a collective, what do we need to know? What do we need to know about this? Okay. So, oh, well, cards are like getting all jumpy when I talk about it. Okay, so it's going to be very different for different people. Okay. So this time that we're going into with Venus retrograde is going to be very different for different people. Some people, it's going to be a time of learning more, even rejoicing. starting new relationships, and for other people, it's going to be like complete stress and agony. Um, so I think it take which message resonates the most with you. Yeah, a time of a lot of change. Some people could definitely have some financial issues. Yeah, so it really does run the gamut. So what I'm going to say is where my cards are so extremely far apart that it's really going to hit people differently. So what I will say is this is the time to plan because when we start off like okay, this is a time of great change. Um People even like buying houses and getting married, which they kind of advise you not to do at this time. But other people, having as their obstacles financial issues and stress, worry, and anxiety. But also, too, people making new plans for the future, having a new beginning, starting new relationships. And I really think I got the Three of Pentacles more because I'm reading on the collective, right? And this is a card that would represent the collective. So I feel strongly about that. But the clarifier that I got for this one was the Tower. So for a lot of people, it's going to be difficult. But for other people, like it is this time of new beginning. When I clarified the Ace of Cups, here we get the Emperor. So this could actually be a nice time to start a relationship, to build the foundation at least. What I would say is this could be a good time to plant seeds. This Venus retrograde, not maybe a time to do something like huge and drastic, but something where you're just coming up with the plans, you're getting like your goals squared away, but maybe not taking as much action as you could. Okay. So, all right, everybody. So sorry, that Andre wasn't allowed to join because of the YouTube feature. He was here. That was not his fault. So if you could, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified, check out membership. And if you want a reading, the only way to get a reading with me is dianaquarius.com. I know there's a lot of scammers out there. And for members tonight, big night, I'm channeling Koi Rod for all of you. And then for angel members, we're doing Archangel Shamuel. And I know she'll bring you through a nice exercise and help you find your life purpose and all that sort of thing. So, all right, everybody, have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Bye.